probably every culture in the world has some kind of handmade fabric tradition, because before we had machinery, we all made our own clothes at home, or someone made them, and it's only really the last, I don't know, 60, 70 years that we've turned into this vast, fast fashion model with cloths being made from plastic and, you know, churning everything out in that way. Khadi is actually the hand-woven traditional fabric of the Indian subcontinent, but they're everywhere. We used to have it in the UK, but at the moment we've lost our tradition. What's been fantastic about India and other countries as well, but particularly India, is that they've kept that tradition. It's mainly rural, and it's certainly facing a lot of challenges to keep going, but the idea is that if you can keep in rural communities this people working together, taking the cotton or wool or silk or whatever, and making the fabric by hand, and that is literally taking, if you imagine a ball of cotton wool, so just think about cotton wool, and then they're using hand techniques to twist that into a yarn, and then they're weaving it, if you imagine weaving that into a cloth. Now these jeans are made, that's how they're made, so this is completely hand woven from regenerative cotton, and that's what Khadi is. So hearing what these guys are saying about the connectivity to the soil, connectivity, the traceability of everything. I think for me it's been about the connectivity with the people in the communities as well as that, so and being able to share those kinds of stories. So as Rachel was saying, you walk through the field and you can touch and feel that crop, and then you can understand how that impacts a community. So maybe a nomadic wool community that I've been working with recently, maybe it's the indigenous cotton or the silk community. So you're working with those communities and their lives are dependent on that particular thing, that particular form of regeneration. And I think the other thing that these two have just said as well around that knowing what goes into everything, and that whole message of if you buy a t-shirt that costs a £5, how on earth can that possibly cover the cost of paying for those people growing that crop, those people dyeing it, those people working with it, unless there's some really serious injustice somewhere.